At this time, I would like to call on President Enriquez to present the degree of Doctor of Laws to Julian Uggan, Esquire, and to introduce our commencement speaker. Julian Uggan is an international human rights lawyer whose work sits at the intersection of climate justice, decolonization, and indigenous rights. As the founder of Blue Ocean Law, he has shaped international legal precedent, including advisory opinion proceedings before the International Court of Justice on Climate Change. A Pulitzer Prize finalist and Right Livelihood Award laureate, Julian is also an educator, essayist, and mentor dedicated to training the next generation of advocates from the Pacific and beyond. He is the author of The Properties of Perpetual Light and No Country for Eight-Spot Butterflies. Congratulations, Julian.
Congratulations to our honorary doctoral degree recipient. Another round of applause. Just as we are honored to have Attorney Julian Uggan with us on this stage to represent magnanimous advocacy for our Pacific Island peoples at the world stage. We want to acknowledge his courage, his continued commitment to work for our islands, for our Pacific, across the globe, and we're just honored to have him here with us. At this time, I want to also take the opportunity to introduce another son of Guam who represent courage and went beyond boundaries. Guam's first and only Pulitzer Prize winner, Manny Crisostomo, is a tireless advocate and chronicler of indigenous people and cultures of the Pacific, including Samoans living in the Marianas and in the diaspora. Mr. Crisostomo is also a multimedia journalist and documentarian who has won some of journalism's most prestigious awards. Other titles he's held over the years: adjunct journalism instructor, book author, magazine publisher, and art gallery owner. In 1989, he won the most coveted prize in journalism, the Pulitzer, while working as a photographer for the Detroit Free Press. He was recognized for his work in a special section, A Class Act, The Life and Times, Manny Crisostomo, Pulitzer of Southern High School, which documented prize-winning photojournalists, the challenges faced by teenagers in a radically diverse and visual storyteller community that was contending with drugs, violence, and economic hardship. On Guam, islanders best know Crisostomo's photography work focusing on the lives and culture of Chamorros, as well as the island landscapes captured in his books, Legacy of Guam, Ecostumbre Chamorro, and Guam from the Heavens. In 1995, Crisostomo launched Laddie Magazine, a monthly publication highlighting life on Guam and in Micronesia, a magazine that respects the Chamorro identity and heritage, and another that revels in contemporary Guam and our island's multiculturalism. This spirit of duality is the true core of Lati, he wrote on the inaugural issue. His successful foray into multimedia resulted in a slew of awards, including the Robert F. Kennedy Journalism Award for the Disadvantaged in International Photography for the Leftover People, which chronicle the last wave of Hmong refugees. In 2016, he returned home to attend and document the 12th Festival of Pacific Arts when it was held in Guam. The deep renewal of a reconnection to home and the islands was transmuted in his book published a year later, Journeys to the Heart. Pacific Islanders celebrate their indigenous cultures. The book sold out and reimagined second edition of Journeys to the Heart, Pacific Islanders Celebrate Their Indigenous Cultures, was published in 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome our commencement speaker, Mr. Manny Crisostomo.
Happy days and buenas. Oh, come on. Happy days and buenas. Good day. I would like to swap salutations and greetings and do a quick exercise of love and gratitude. I would love it if all 168 of you graduates please stand up for a minute. Por favor. Vale. All right. Okay, I want all you graduates to look up at the stands. There, all these people are here for you today. Look at that. So those are your moms and pops, right? Your nanas and tatas, your aunts and uncles, your boyfriends and girlfriends, your wives and husbands, and your kids and your friends. I want you guys to show them how you appreciate them for all that they've done for you these years. Come on, show them some love. Where's the heart? Hearts, come on. All right, you graduates, I want you to face that way and up to the stage and give a thanks, a wave, a shout out to all your professors, all the staff here at the university who have helped you in this academic achievement you're about to see. Give them some love, come on. Okay, next. I want you to turn to the person next to you or behind you, in front of you. Shake their hands. Congratulate them. Good job. Look at that. Okay. One last acknowledgement. Are we ready? I would like all the graduates, close your eyes, please. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Give yourself a hug. Come on. Oh, yeah. Wrap your arms around you. Squeeze it, Fen? Come on, you can squeeze harder than that. All 198 of you have worked your doggone off these last 4, 5, 6 years. Love and honor yourself for all the sacrifices you made. We, those in the bleachers and here on the stage, and those streaming on YouTube and Facebook, we are all here for you. Esti para Hamzu. This is your day. And don't let anybody forget that. Come on, guys, one more time. Let's show some love to our graduates. Yeah. You guys can sit. Thank you. Okay. All right, let's begin. You guys can sit. Thank you. All right, I love the vibe. Ooh, okay. Today is a new journey that awaits you with a fresh set of adventures and escapades. Successes and failures, love and loss. These are the source material for your story, your unfolding narrative, the plot line you'll be telling in the months and years and decades to come. Today, I am in front of you because I made a career of telling stories. I am a visual storyteller, a humble conduit, giving voice to life journeys, accomplishments, wonderments, heartbreak, inspirations, and Chamorro and Pacific Islander universal truths we all share. What I have to offer today are a few stories, vignettes, of a life lived and a profound impact it had on me. Let's talk story. Over 3 decades ago, I was in this same building. I was about to be conferred with an honorary doctorate and asked to deliver the commencement speech to the class of 1989. That's long ago, right? I was a nervous 30-year-old, not fully aware of the gravity of the moment. I mean, just 9 years earlier, really 9 years earlier, I was a UOG Triton like you guys. I was skinny with a head full of hair, no hair. I was always constantly late. I was always stressed about finding parking on campus and running to class because I was going to be late. I was shy and quiet during high school, and when I got to UOG, I blossomed. I think I maybe over-blossomed. I was a merit scholar who was a freshman who partied and skipped class. I was yeah. I was having so much fun that my GPA suffered, and they told me if I didn't maintain better grades, I was going to lose my merit scholarship. I was in the student council, I was a reporter, and later editor of the Triton Call newspaper. Yeah, I bled Triton green for you guys. So the story I'm going to tell was, so about three plus decades, I was in full regalia like I am today, and I was back in the procession line. And from my spot, I saw Dr. Wilfred Leon Guerrero, who was the president of the university at that time, heading toward me. I thought Dr. Leon Guerrero sensed my nervousness and wanted to give me words of encouragement. Dr. Leon Guerrero came up to me, leaned in and whispered, "Hey, Manny. The staff tells me we gave you a professional and technical award 9 years ago to get your journalism degree from the University of Missouri, and you haven't paid it off. You owe us." It was awkward, but I wasn't shocked because I knew I was going to fulfill that obligation, albeit years later. We met the next day. I told him I was planning to come back to Guam to work in a book, and I would pay off the loan. And I would need some time to get a leave of absence and get funding. Dr. Leongora agreed, and he asked if I could hope to teach a couple of classes at UOG while I was working on the photo documentary. 8 months later, I was back on island, shooting and teaching intermediate photography and beginning journalism. I remembered the first payday. After class, I walked down to the administration building, went to the accounting department, and they handed me my check. I took it, I endorsed it, and I gave it back. I would repeat this for years till the loan is paid off. So now before I continue, I got to ask, Dr. Enriquez, do I owe you guys anything? We're good? We're good, okay. Speak now or hold your peace. I had coffee with Dr. Robert Underwood yesterday morning, and I told him this story, and he's the one that said to tease you guys. But I also told Dr. Underwood that I was really appreciative that I got the Protect. And although it was a loan to be repaid, I also saw it as Tintuli. It exuded me, it helped me get my degree. And it was my fault that I was in default, and that it was my responsibility to make it right, to pay it back, and also to pay it forward. Because that's how I was raised. That's what my parents, Maria and Herman Crisostomo, taught me and my 8 siblings growing up in the village of Sinahanya. So in 1991, months later, we actually published Legacy of Guam, a Costume in Chamorro. In the book I wrote, "Oh, to be home again." We Chamorros have a word for such yearning, mahalan. Mahalan speaks of longing, missing someone or something. It stirs a number of feelings inside me: loneliness, homesickness, a longing for the familiar. I see a lifetime of images compressed within the time it takes to utter the phrase, mahalanzu. The spoken Chamorro can transcend basic definitions and take on a life of its own has been a revelation for me. It also reaches to those special customs, habits, myths, and Chamorroisms unique to us. To Chamorros, I hope the pictures speak of what is ikustambreta. To non-Chamorros, I wish I could sit beside you and go through each picture and proudly explain how it contains something about being Chamorro. I cannot hide the nostalgia for island life and the Chamorro spirit that sustains it. This has been a very personal project for me. In the past year, I call on my memories to guide me, and they help me forge this new recollections embedded in silver images. I cherish the opportunity to express true photographs, my people, my island, and my roots. I left Guam in 1979 to further my education and conquer a new world. My mainland experience has been invaluable, but for all the satisfaction it brought me, I felt something else was lacking. I realized I was mahalang for the people who looked like me, felt like me, value the things that I do. I came to ask myself, what is there of my tomorrow if I do not know of my yesterday? That awkward encounter with Dr. Leon Guerrero and the power of longing of mahalang drastically changed the trajectory of my career and my life. It triggered and it fueled a hunger and drive to continue telling stories about our island and our people. It gave me purpose. I pursued my new purchase with a passion, and later we launched a monthly magazine called Laddie. In the first issue, we and the staff of Laddie meet regularly to conjure up story ideas, thoughts, opinions, and images to speak of an island, a heritage, a culture, and a people. Drift into the past and imagine ancient storytellers sitting around the fire, sharing their stories, their ideas, their values, their beliefs. It is the legacy of storytelling that is the root and foundation for the inspiration of Laddie. We at Laddie believe in a monthly magazine with dual voices, one that respects the Chamorro identity and heritage, and another that revels in the contemporary Guam and our island's multiculturalism. We end up saying, we at Laddie want to serve you a fiesta plate of photos, illustration, and ideas that would inspire, frighten, sadden, shock, or humor you. We did a lot of that, a lot of shocking too. And you would have learned a little more about this place called Guam and the special idiosyncrasies of the Chamorros and the other ethnicities that call our island home. So this is like the magazine was like a really important project to me, but I had this sense that I wanted it to be beautiful. I wanted the best color, the best paper. I wanted the best writers, the best reporters. We printed off island, and I just wanted it to be beautiful because I think the people deserve a beautiful product to showcase our stories. And we did good for a while. And we were able to achieve that in the best of economic times. But 5 years in, Japan was in recession, and that affected the tourism industry and local companies that fed off visitor spending. The companies had to adjust, and the first thing they cut was advertising in the magazine. We struggled to adapt, and we could not sustain the business model that I wanted. After 6 years, I laid off all my employees and closed Laddie. I did one of the hardest things in my life. I declared bankruptcy. The banks took all my company assets, computers, monitors, office furniture, and office equipment to auction to pay off the debt. The bank took all my cameras, my lenses, and accessories to sell at auction. I failed. It was brutal. It was hell. I left Guam ashamed and mamala. I found refuge in San Francisco, and the San Francisco State offered me a temporary job to fill in for their photojournalism professor who was taking a year-long leave of absence. I applied for jobs in the area that whole year, and all I got were rejection letters. My temp job at San Francisco State ended, and that summer, I was working for a company that did high-end home theater installations in uber-rich homes. I was in these amazing homes, mansions really, putting up projectors and screens, installing huge TVs and elaborate $100,000 home theater systems. I was making $20 an hour. I was out on a job site in Napa, and I got a call from the Sacramento Bee newspaper, which was one of the last places I applied. I went to the interview a few days later, and before I left the newspaper offices, they offered me a job as a senior staff photographer. It was a godsend. I got back to shooting, my happy place. Back to photojournalism. I was again traveling the nation and the world, telling stories, winning awards, and I was top of my game. My mojo was back. My daughter Taryn moved in with us and went to college in Sacramento in the Bay Area. I got married, finally, to Nancy, and a few years later, we had twin girls, Audrey and Sophie. You know, a little side story, I was telling people, why did you name them Audrey and Sophie? And I said, I really wanted to call them Chablis and Chardonnay, because it flowed with Crisostomo. You know, Chablis and Chardonnay Crisostomo, and that's how we had them. You know, a little Chablis, a little Chardonnay. Graduates, as you embark in your journey, you will invariably have setbacks. You cannot skip the hard parts. The reality is, failure is often a prerequisite for growth in your life, in your careers, in your business. I learned that and more the hard way, but I found solace in the words of Maya Angelou. She said, "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated." In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can still come out of it. I have one last vignette to share, but I swapped it out to share an interesting experience I had last night. I had just finished writing the speech, and I was walking in the rain from the Nico to Capricciosa to get a late dinner. I sat by myself at the bar, eating my Capricciosa go-to, tomato and garlic spaghetti with garlic bread. Yeah? I was just there by myself, rereading and tweaking my speech on my phone. The restaurant was closing, and I was going to get my balutan leftover box, and I was casually chatting with my waiter, Imez, or he calls him Emilio, who graduated from UOG a few years back with an education degree and is a teacher at Simon Sanchez High School. I asked Emilio if he remembered his graduation and if he was inspired by the commencement speaker. He said he didn't remember much. I said, "So, Emilio, were you to graduate today and some old fart is the commencement speaker, what do you want him or her to talk about?" He quickly said, "Valuing human workers in time of advancing AI." Whoa, that was intense, but it was honest. That's what was important to him. I got him to share his story. He's a UOG grad, thinking about getting his master's, working 2 jobs, and has a strong understanding of the perils of artificial intelligence, AI, especially how it affects his high school students. I said, "Dude, based on what you're telling me, you know more than any old fart giving a commencement speech." I added, "From where I'm sitting in this brief interaction, I think you can figure out what frustrates you about AI, and you have the skill sets and the passion to solve the problem or at least mitigate the damage." He then grabs Joseph, another waiter, and he tells me that Joseph is one of the students graduating today. Where's Joseph? Joseph! 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 Yeah! So, I asked Joseph the same thing. I said, "What do you want the old fart giving the commencement speech to talk about?" He said, "Solving the island's crime problem." I drilled into Joseph's backstory. The first thing he said, he goes, "I'm Haole, but I lived in Guam for 16 years, and I love it here." He's in criminal justice major, an honors grad, and Joseph knows that he has to go off island to be a lawyer, but he wants to come back and practice law on Guam. And eventually you'll like to run for senator. Watch out, you guys. Just listening to him list his career aspirations, I said, "Dude, based on what you're telling me, what your unfolding story and plot line, you seem committed and on track to help solve the island's crime problems." The restaurant was closing, and a couple more waitstaff joined us, curious in joining the conversation. I think the manager was mad because he wanted the workers weren't working. And then Joseph, are you there? Okay. And then I asked Joseph, if he knew who the commencement speaker was, and he said he had no idea. I got up, I shook his hand, and I introduced myself as the old fart giving the commencement speech. It was a special moment and everybody was laughing, but they leaned in, which is the really cool part. And they asked me, well, what are you going to talk about? And I said, storytelling. And that our brains are wired for story, literally wired for narrative. It's how we are taught and how we communicate since the beginning of human history. I told Joseph I was going to tell him and his fellow graduates that today a new journey awaits you with a fresh set of adventures and escapades, successes and failures, and love and loss. These are the source material for your story, your unfolding narrative, the plot line you'll be telling in the months and years and decades to come. I said, Joseph, just in the past 10 minutes, I heard your source material and your unfolding narrative. How Lee, but love living here for 16 years, working student, graduating of honors, criminal justice mayor. I can see your future plot line. Law school off island, come back to practice law, run for senator, and solve the island's crime problem. I told Emilio his plot line also had a similar story arc to Joseph. And I told both men that in life, things may not go as planned. There will be ups and downs, successes and failures. And I said I would be sharing my failures as painful as they were. That at 30 years old, I was at the top of my profession, traveling the world, coming back to Guam as a hero, creating books, publishing magazines about the people of the island, the people I care about, and the island I love. But life happens. And not even 10 years later, I'm bankrupt, watching my cameras sold at auction to pay debts, making $20 an hour, installing home theater systems while waiting for a call to bring me back to my love of photography and storytelling. Stories are important. You are important. And living your story honestly with whatever life throws at you will serve you. But by honoring your narrative and your dreams and your desires and your passion and your purpose may also be of service to others and affect and may improve life on this island. That's important. You're important. It's been an honor to be part of your life journey. I await amazing stories to come. Si Diyos maasi hukwai sa hamsutoro. Viva! Viva UOG!
Si Diyos maasi, Mr. Crisostomo. We're so glad you could join us for today's big event. Ladies and gentlemen, in a moment, we will begin the official awarding of degrees. I would like to remind you that a professional photograph will be taken of each graduate as they cross the stage. A photo will be available to you free of charge within a week of on the University of Guam website. The ceremony is currently being live streamed on YouTube and shall be shared on UOG's Facebook page. The stage will be available immediately after the ceremony for family photographs. As such, we ask that you do not approach the stage to take any photographs during the ceremony. Madam President, please stand for the presentation of the graduates. Dean James Selman, please come forward to present the baccalaureate degree candidates from the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences.
And now, will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in Anthropology please rise? And now, will the candidate for the Bachelor of Arts degree in Sumoto Studies please rise? Please, and stay standing. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in Communication please rise? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in English please rise? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in Fine Arts please rise? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in Philosophy please rise? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Science please rise? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in Psychology please rise? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in Sociology please rise? Madam President, these candidates have been certified by the Registrar as having completed all the requirements of their degree programs, and they have been approved by the faculty of the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences. It is my honor to recommend them to you for the conferral of degrees.
Dean Rachel Leon Guerrero, please come forward to present the baccalaureate degree candidates from the College of Natural and Applied Sciences.
Will the candidate for the Bachelor of Science degree in Agriculture and Life Sciences please rise? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Biology please rise? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Chemistry please rise? Will the candidate for the Bachelor of Science degree in Mathematics please rise? Madam President, these candidates have been certified by the Registrar as having completed all requirements of their degree program and have been approved by the faculty of the College of Natural and Applied Sciences. It is my honor to recommend them to you for the conferral of degrees.
Dean Roseanne Jones, please come forward to present the baccalaureate degree candidates from the School of Business and Public Administration.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Business Administration degree in Accounting please rise? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Business Administration degree please rise? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Criminal Justice please rise? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Public Administration please rise? Madam President, these candidates have been certified by the Registrar as having completed all requirements of their degree programs and have been approved by the faculty of the School of Business and Public Administration. It is my honor to recommend them to you for the conferral of degrees.
Dean Alicia Uggan, please come forward to present the baccalaureate degree candidates from the School of Education.
Buenas and half a day, Feliz Pascua de Viva Año Nuevo. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Education degree, elementary education, please rise? Will the candidate for the Bachelor of Arts in Education, secondary education, please rise? Madam President, these candidates have been certified by the registrar as having completed all requirements of their degree program and have been approved by the faculty of the School of Education. It is my honor to recommend them to you for the conferral of degrees.
Dean Yvette Paulino, please come forward to present the baccalaureate degree candidates from the Margaret Perez Hattori Uchima School of Health.
Hafaday Zeminag of Talawani. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Health Science with concentrations in the following areas please rise? Exercise Science and Health Promotion. Pre-physical therapy. Public health. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Social Work degree please rise? Madam President, these candidates have been certified by the registrar as having completed all the requirements of their degree program and have been approved by the faculty of the Margaret Perez Hattori Uchima School of Health. It is my honor to recommend them to you for the conferral of degrees.
Dr. Monique Story, Interim Vice Provost of Academic Excellence, Graduate Studies and Online Learning, and Dean of University Libraries, please come forward to present the master's degree candidates.
Will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Micronesian Studies please rise? Will the candidate for the Master of Science degree in Clinical Psychology please rise? Will the candidates for the Master of Science degree in Biology please rise? Will the candidate for the Master of Science degree in Sustainable Agriculture, Food and Natural Resources please rise? Will the candidates for the Master of Accountancy please rise? Will the candidates for the Master of Public Administration degree please rise? Will the candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Counseling please rise? Will the candidate for the Master of Arts in Teaching please rise? Will the candidates for the Master of Education degree with a specialization in the following please rise? Administration and Supervision, Reading, and teaching English to speakers of other languages. Will the candidates for the Master of Library and Information Science please rise? Madam President, these candidates have been certified by the registrar as having completed all requirements of their degree program and have been approved by the faculty of their respective schools and colleges. It is my honor to recommend them to you for the conferral of degrees.
All graduates, please stand for the conferral of degrees by the President of the University of Guam.
By the powers vested in me as President of the University of Guam by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon you the appropriate bachelor's and master's degree with the honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Please be seated for the awarding of the diplomas. Will the first graduates please proceed to the stage? The Interim Dean of Enrollment Management and Student Success, Dr. Gina Rojas, will read the name of each graduate present today, with the Associate Dean and Registrar, Ms. Arlene Leon Guerrero, Ms. Marissa Barcinas, and Ms. Maria Caringo, assisting with the diplomas. Graduating students not present today will receive their diplomas in absentia. Each college dean will join the president and the chairperson of the Board of Regents to congratulate the graduates from his or her college. The graduates will appreciate your applause only after the last name is honored.
I'd like to ask that as I announce the names, we'll kindly respect the next graduate coming up by giving a little bit of silence to hear their names. Thank you. From the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, Hannah N. Cepeda. Danaya Rosine Jackson, magna cum laude. Jean Cloud Tabalin Nickdow. Nora Fua Pilafico. Mia Nicole Perez. Alton John Hernandez Borja, magna cum laude. Vincent Peter Halarina Pajela. Venetia Monet Manabusan Sablan. Sia Soleil Balahadia Taisapik. Julian Carlito Mendoza Ibanez. Raymark Oralo Kalimlem. Kizoya Hope Aichi. Anizel Joy Montaleja Nunal. Giselle Reyes Arjona, cum laude. Shanice Salvador Castro, summa cum laude. Chelsea Santos Francisco, cum laude. Ryan Ann Santos Guzman, cum laude. Michaela Alexi G. Manabusan. Rie D. Nagata. Kanali Antipas Negrogrel. Noemi Grace Pementuan. Ayana Rose Santos Pinkney. Jason Maglalang Quinto. Nicole Manley Castro. Hilea Barrow Delambaca Gono. Tristan Anderson Romero. From the College of Natural and Applied Sciences, Adrienne Alphonse. Kaylin Joseph Tori Arciaga. Gwendolyn Cruz Espolgar, magna cum laude. Franklin Cruz Fujihira. Vivek Singo Leboeuf. Cecilia Erencia Mendiola Pangilinan. Christian Alexander Kibla Reyes, cum laude. Twyndon Lee Rakian, cum laude. Stephanie C. Suva. Kaylin Carrie Guerrero Cruz. Elani Kirsten G. Gatos. Genevieve Valencia Mangosong. William Kazuki Menami, summa cum laude. Raylani Dre Santos Napati. Jennifer Yuri Oak, magna cum laude. Ariana Destiny Alina Sanelli. Cassandra Jayan Pauli, summa cum laude. From the School of Business and Public Administration, Geneva Soriano Imbuido, magna cum laude. Francis Julian Alejandro Pekingan, summa cum laude. Faith Antonia Toves, magna cum laude. Ivory Usana, magna cum laude. Song Woo Baik. Francis Louise G. Borja, magna cum laude. Caden Jerome Bautista Calvo, magna cum laude. Alexandria Catherine Weimau. Brandon Anthony Cruz Jr., cum laude. Chloe Noel Tendido Quabo. Leah Irish Manalo Datu, cum laude. Elijah Jasper Fergerger Dekowitz, magna cum laude. Hazelyn Gumpao Gerlan, magna cum laude. Tamara Hayashi, magna cum laude. Kylie Joy Castro Hernandez, cum laude. Angela June. Tori Ann Taikenku Limtioko, magna cum laude. Josiah John Barcinas Mendiola, summa cum laude. Vincent J. Maluyao. Michael Navarro, magna cum laude. Lizelle M. Nunez, magna cum laude. Thomas Takumi Odell, magna cum laude. Sierra Janae Palacios, summa cum laude. Nicolette Clotilde Perez, magna cum laude. Bran Refalong. Truhan Ron. Wait. I know. Jersey Rain Suiza. Jade Manalo Tulabat. Brandon T. Affligui, magna cum laude. Kekon Andon, cum laude. Calliope Pietra Duenas Kabuhat. Janae Marie Cruz, summa cum laude. Gazaniel Debesol. Justin Ryan Infante de los Santos. Ashton Joseph Guerrero Gamboa. Chantal Marie Yosuico Garcia, magna cum laude. Sean Paul San Nicolas Guerrero. Regine James. Amorlin Jayan Mesa, cum laude. Tarvinder Prabhu, magna cum laude. Joseph Lee Richmond, summa cum laude. Justin Leonard Barroso Santa Maria, cum laude. Francis Santo Domingo Sunga. Alana Felicia Silas Ungata. Kathleen Wang, magna cum laude. Sarah Annalyn Zachras. Kiana Galang Ardiente, summa cum laude. Lance Anthony Santos Ariola, magna cum laude. Destiny Grace Fred, magna cum laude. Janelle Ruth P. Mano. Karma Gadel Niratigit. Loyola Alexandra Kulilang Rivera Philip. Mans Leo Guerrero Santos, summa cum laude. JCN Yagetsamal. From the School of Education, Kali Xavier Atente Abalde. Louis M. Camacho Jr., cum laude. Anne Lorraine B. Kamba, magna cum laude. Nathan Andrew Muya Mangune, magna cum laude. Candace Nicole A. Abuya Tana, summa cum laude. Nicholas G. Titano. Maria Teresa Diaz Agarola, cum laude. From the Margaret Paris Hattori Uchama School of Health, Connor Seaton St. Nicholas Gibbons, magna cum laude. Marielle Geronimo Martinez. Daniel Juan Galura Mendiola, cum laude. Jacob Emran Mercado. Victoria Therese Flores Kitatu, summa cum laude. Cindy Mickey Siegel. Brian Smile Pesh, cum laude. Fantasia Marie Garcia Laca. Memola Delcin Satoshi. Ariane Takada. From Graduate Studies, Masters of Arts in Micronesian Studies, James Jackson Nemani Whippy. Master of Science in Biology, Zoe Aurielis. Anela Eliza Kainani Duenas. Master of Science in Sustainable Agriculture, Food, and Natural Resources, Rani Glenn Taiwarpao. Masters of Accountancy, Shante Aquino Limtuaco. Chaleska Justine Audra Marcelana. Pamela Fave da Casa Marienmen. Michelangelo Tortusa Pascual. Eric Paul. Stacy Sol Pelep. Gabrielle Rentino. Jennifer Arizala Banayat Reynoso. Masters of Public Administration, Liana Ray Tapashna Crisostomo. Patricia Long Diego. Amalia Conception Senzon Duenas. Victor Paul Manabusin Fernandez II. Megumi Cindy Hikichi. Shayna Nicole Pereira. Camille Erica Santiago. Deborah Lynn Pangilinan Toves. Masters of Arts in Counseling, Sherelle Cordero Daniel. Christine Camille Talavera de Jesus. Victoria L.G. Santos. Kirsten Alexis Borja Cruz Tayanyao. Masters of Education, Gina Lynn Victoria Beharan Kidachai Benaventi. Janelle San Pascual Agulto. Roseanne Bennett Fernando. Cecilia Jolene Arceo Guzman. Thurlin Bridget Hallens. Guri Kim. Lelaine Regis Ocampo. Maria Leah Ballarin Pagdilao. Cherise Nicole Ricaldi Chafaris. Tara Rosanna Lagos San Augustine. Lovely Serena Belan Sahalbo. Oh. Marika Mangubat Sakang. Aliana Sablan Torres. Annika Deanne Yamada. Cassandra J. Tokie Young. Master of Library and Information Science, Nicholas K. Abrinilla. Ashley Nicole Lizama Borgonia. Jody Marie Cadahay Calvo. Sarah Vella Damien. Marisa Kidagwa Griffith. Anika L. Gumatautau. Michelle Therese Pareto Luzano. Maria Rosario Soriano Maza. Rochelle Ann Ricamona Molina. I know, I'm trying. Marilea Mendoza Torcelino. Victoria Borja Zorvolakis. Madam President, the presentation of graduates is complete.
Jesus Maasi, Dean Rojas, Deans and Administrators. Will the graduates please stand? Graduates. Graduates. At this time, you may move your tassels from right to left, signifying your passage from student to graduate. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you your University of Guam, class of Fanuchanan 2025. Graduates, please be seated. Lieutenant Colonel Neil Armstrong, Professor of Military Science for the University of Guam, please come forward to present the nation's newest commissioned officers of the United States Army.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the cadre, staff, leadership of the University of Guam ROTC program and the 8th Brigade U.S. Army Cadet Command, we would like to recognize two of the Army's and the island's newest second lieutenants. These officers were commissioned in a ceremony yesterday morning, which marked the culmination of years of intense academic work, physical training, community service, field training exercises, and off-island military training. They were sworn into the Army yesterday, officially beginning their service to the nation, and today they graduate with all of you. As they begin their service in the Army, they also join the proud lineage of the University of Guam's ROTC program, which commissioned its first officers in 1982 and has now gone on to commission 627 UOG graduates as officers in the United States Army, many of whom continue to serve in the Army as senior officers to this day. Please join me in recognizing and congratulating these newly appointed Army officers. Introducing Second Lieutenant Nathan Manguni, assigned to the Guam Army National Guard Field Artillery. Second Lieutenant Daniel Mendiola, assigned to active duty in the Medical Service Corps. Congratulations to these officers, their families. We are proud of you and wish you much success in your new careers. Thank you.
Sizuz Maasi for your amazing service with our cadets, and now commissioned officers, Lieutenant Colonel Armstrong. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Mr. Romel Bismonte will lead us in the UOG alma mater. The song is printed on the last page of the commencement booklet. Please feel free to join the graduates and faculty in singing the University of Guam alma mater.
Let's sing it loud and sing it proud. Sing it proud. On the shore of the Western Pacific stands our alma mater true. We'll long retain the memories of the days we've spent with you. In the warmth of the island magic, we will return someday. Join in and sing a song of praise. Hail, oh hail, hail, oh hail, our university. Congratulations, graduates. May God bless you.
Please remain standing for the closing prayer. I now call on Alex Tavares from the Pacific Students for Christ to deliver the closing prayer. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
We are almost there, I promise you. This will be short. With that said, it is a privilege to be here. Thank you for allowing me to just celebrate this moment with you. And like our speaker said, this idea of moving forward. And so I come to you with Psalm 90, second part. It says, teach us to number our days, track them, memorize them, enjoy them, that we may get a heart of wisdom. Satisfy us in the morning with your steadfast love, that we may rejoice and be glad all our days. Make us glad for as many days as that have afflicted us, and for the many years that you guys all have to look forward to that might be difficult and might be great. Let your work be shown to your servants and your glorious power to their children. Let the favor of the Lord our God be upon us, and establish the work of our hands. Yes, establish the work of your hands. Pray with me. May the favor of our Lord our God rest upon us. May he establish, as the psalmist said, the work of our hands. As you go forth, may the Lord watch over you, your coming and going. May he guide you, your steps with wisdom, strengthen you with your every calling. May he grant you peace in all your ways. Commit your path to the Lord. Trust in him, and may his purposes be fulfilled through your life. Go in confidence, knowing that his favor is upon you, and the assurance that he would take care of you. Amen.
Thank you very much. Will the faculty marshal as the mace bearer please lead the platform guests in the recessional? Faculty and student marshals, please do likewise. I would like to request that all guests please remain seated until after the platform guests and the graduates have exited the field house. This concludes your University of Guam Fanuchanan 2025 commencement ceremony. Congratulations to our graduates, Sidus Masi and Biba UOG!